Okay, in a preseason game that ends in a tie, fittingly so, the Raiders and Seahawks match scores at 23-23. It was kind of a boring watch in the beginning. Took a while to get our footing going, but as the game went on, you could see that they made adjustments and they started to play as a unit. There's a lot of good that happened in this game, and probably more bad. And we're going to get into the good. We're going to get into the bad. I've got the box score and everything pulled up here. But before all that, I need to tell you there is a way you can win $100 in a new contest I'm running. And that is because if you didn't see my announcement, I have launched the ALLaBorde Raiders channel membership perk. For $7.99 a month, you get your loyalty badges, you get early access to new videos, call-in show access, member shout-outs, photos, and status updates. If you join within the first month of me launching this, I'm going to pick one of the people, and they instantly win $100 via Venmo, PayPal, whatever you want. I'm doing that to basically give you a year's worth of the membership for free. When you win, that $100 is going to be completely random. I've already had 5 people join. 2 of them are already Patreon members, and the new members are Ryan R., Andrew J., and Hello-y Will. I hope I said that right. If you join within the month, it's going to be the day before the season starts. It's the last day. You can enter to win the contest. It's the first 100 people to join, or whoever's in that month. You can win that 100. Full transparency, if you join the Patreon $5 tier, it's the same perks. The reason it's more expensive on YouTube than this Patreon is because YouTube takes 30%, Patreon only takes 5%. But if you want the convenience of being on YouTube with just a few dollars extra, link in the description below for the Patreon and the Discord, but you can click that join button to join and become a member of the channel and maybe get your 100. So, again, a lot of stuff to talk about here. What do I want to start with first, the good or the bad? Let's do the good, and then we'll get to the bad because there's probably more bad to talk about. So the good. Well, this isn't good even, but it was just an interesting to me. Zamir White running kickoff, like returning kicks. I will say this. I think that shows that Pete Carroll really likes Zamir White, likes his physical style of ball, and wants to get him on the field ASAP. I just don't know if kickoff is where I see him impacting the offense or the special teams at all, but I just thought that was an interesting. The starting 3 wide receivers were Dante Thornton, Trey Tucker, and Jacoby Myers, and it seems like it's a lock. Those are the 3 that are going to start because Jack played well into the second unit reps. I don't think he played into the third quarter. No, he did not. It was a lot of him and Bachman in the second quarter with Aiden O'Connell. But Dante clearly is going to make an impact. There were a few times where he was open. He got open on that Aiden O'Connell play where it was like third and long. It was like third and 15, 16, and Aiden hit him right in his hands. Gino threw a back shoulder to him. It was a little low, but that's a play that Dante definitely needs to make, and he's a rookie. It's the first time he ever touched the ball in live-action gameplay. And then on that horrendous Aiden O'Connell underthrow, and we'll talk about Aiden in a little bit, he was wide open. He effortlessly burned whatever backup cornerback he was going against. And something that I wrote down in my notes here is that the quarterbacks clearly trust him. Like Gino and Aiden were just looking for Dante. Every chance they had when it was one-on-one coverage or when a blitz was broken down, they just went right at him. And I really did appreciate that. That just shows me that they trust him. And he's clearly going to start right now ahead of Jack Besh. And I would say start to buy the stock in Dante Thornton because it's only going to go up. Gino only played 1 drive. Looked okay, looked mobile. Ashton didn't do much, and we'll talk about the interior of the offensive line in the bad section. Isaiah Polamau's ready. Like, I don't know if he's going to be a super-duper star in this league, but he's going to be a contributor for years to come on this defense or whatever defense he ends up playing on in the future. He had a beautiful interception. He was making plays the whole time. There were certain aspects where I was like, hey, get off the field. Like, why is he still playing well into the second quarter? But he's a young kid, and he flashed a lot there. Obviously, he had that pick, and probably the star of the defense so far. Jamal Adams. Look, I'm going to call a spade a spade. When we signed him, I didn't think much of it. Now, I didn't yet think maybe he could play linebacker. In the Discord a couple days later, I was like, maybe he could play linebacker. And people were like, yeah, I think he's going to play linebacker. And he was all over the field. Having him as a linebacker, he's probably the fastest linebacker in the league. He looks healthy. He looks energized. He looks rejuvenated. He was making plays in the backfield, whether it was hitting running backs hard, forcing quarterbacks to scramble. He was engaged on the sideline. It was reminding me a little bit of Jonathan Abram. The only difference is that Jamal Adams' career is 100,000 times better than anything that Jonathan Abram did in the league. No shot at Jonathan Abram. It is what it is. But Jamal was awesome. And as long as he can stay on the field, I think it's going to elevate a linebacker unit that going into the season, we were a little skeptical on. But the more we watch them mesh and gel together, the better it looks. What else do I want to talk about? I talked about Dante. I mean, that's probably all I have for good. Oh, Tyree Wilson also flashed a lot too. Tyree was very good today. He didn't factor in a lot with the pass game pressure-wise, but, after Max was out of the game, Kuntz only played one more possession, I think, and then we couldn't really generate any pressure other than blitzing. Tyree was really, really playing the run well, and he looked faster, he looked more explosive, he looked a little bit stronger. The starting defensive tackles were Adam Butler and I believe Tyree Wilson. Maybe Jonah Lalau was in there for a little bit. Tonka and J.J. Big East played together, and the starting corners were Eric Stokes, Darian Porter, and DeCarian Richardson, which leads me to the bad. Now, the first thing I would like to say up top is who the hell is Matt Jones? Like, look, I love the Raiders. I got a helmet floating. I got a hoodie on. I got a flag behind me. I had no idea who that was. I'm not going to pretend to tell you that I knew that there was this undrafted kid out of Baylor that was going to get time with the ones, but he was kind of out there with the starters, or some of them at the very least. No shade to him, but he wasn't very good. I'm just going to leave it at that. We did not set the edge well all game, and that has a lot to do with the cornerback situation. DCam and Darian Porter in particular have to learn. It's only the first preseason game. We're not going to take too much out of this, positive or negative. We're just giving our overall thoughts. They have to learn how to set the edge, especially on these second and third and short runs. There were multiple times where they played up the middle, the running back bounced it to the outside, and he was gone. And that is not okay. Other than that, Darian Porter did okay. But like I said, Pete Carroll's not afraid to play rookies. And those rookies are going to make mistakes. We saw Dante drop a pass. We saw him make up for it. We saw Darian not be able to set the edge. We saw him make up for it. So it's going to be a working process. Aiden was really bad in the first half, like the worst I've ever seen him, like Vikings 3-0 bad. He wasn't seeing the field well at all. He was erratic in the pocket. Again, underthrew Dante when he clearly burned the guy and had a touchdown. The second half, he was significantly better, and he orchestrated a scoring drive to Dylan Laube. I forgot about him in this positive section. Dylan Laube was also very good as well. Impactful special teams guy, but actually made some decent plays. Like, he didn't make one decent play last year at all, besides one kick return. He actually was able to run the ball pretty effectively, and he was a decent pass catcher. So, I've been taking shots at Dylan Laube all off season. Maybe he proves me wrong, and maybe he steps up his game here. Aiden was not very good. And then my biggest concern, let me take a big swig of water before I talk about this. My biggest concern, without a doubt, and it's the first preseason game, these things are going to take time. And after the film that we watch, maybe we'll change things up. But Meredith and JPJ both looked not great. And the interior of the offensive line was an issue on that opening drive. If it wasn't for Geno scrambling and hitting Trey Tucker, we wouldn't have been able to move the ball at all. I've got an alarm going off. I'm so sorry. We couldn't run the ball with Genty. I mean, again, it was a short sample size. He had one positive one negative run, and one run for nothing. We couldn't run the ball for a lot of the time. And JPJ and Jordan Meredith played well into the third quarter, which shows me that the coaching staff isn't confident with either guy at either position, and they want someone to go out there and just take the reins. Neither of them did that. It was giving Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell last season, where every play was like, okay, I don't know really what we're doing here. But that was a concern to me that Jordan Meredith and JPJ were both kind of just out there a lot with like the 2s and the 3s. JPJ in particular is just a guy that I penciled in as a starter. Like, did Alex Kappa play today? I can't remember him being out there, but someone please let me know in the comments. The referees were terrible. Like, yeah, I get it. It's preseason for them too, but Jesus Christ. Cleve Blakeman's looking up for the eye in the sky thing, and it's not there. The broadcast was like, dude, we're not doing this right now. It's the chain gang. The referees were absolutely terrible. So, look, we're going to take a look at this box score here, but before that, I just need to remind you, like I said, YouTube memberships, join. We're launching them. It's going to be awesome. Patreon, if you want to pay a little bit less, it's the same tiers. Discord below, and also hit that subscribe button. We are 200 away from 14,000. We're trying to hit it before the new league year, and I think it's actually a possibility. About 50% of you that are watching this video are not yet subscribed to the channel, so if you could subscribe, that would help tremendously. Hit that like button and comment away. I'm going to keep spinning this thing because it stopped spinning. Hey, helmet, there you go. It's bouncing a little, but we're going to make it work. And now we got a little box score action here. So Aiden obviously played most of the game, was a lot better in the second half, but really not great. Cam Miller showed some stuff, no doubt about it. Gino was 1 for 3. One of those 3 was Dante dropped pass. And the Jacoby dropped pass as well. He might have scored on that screen pass. Again, this is like a lot of vanilla offense and defense. We're not showing much. It's just people going out there trying to make plays. Cam Miller was good. I mean, he had that rookie mistake with the sack, and not every throw was absolutely perfect, but you know, he had that deep bomb, a little shimmy play action. A lot of running backs played here. No one really sticks out other than, again, Dylan Lowry with 6.8 per carry, 5 for 34. He might make this roster after all. Ashton, he got stuffed. I mean, it wasn't his fault. As soon as he touched the ball, he was screwed. Shedrick Jackson had the touchdown. Philip Dorsett, Bachman. Again, not a lot to take from here, but Dante had 1 for 17. Trey 1 for 15. And again, Dante burned that guy where Aiden underthrew him. Jamal Adams was awesome. 3 total tackles. He was all over the field. Tonka, 2 tackles. I like that. No sacks, right? Or yeah, we did have 1 sack by Trevin Mai. Good for you. And then Isaiah Polamau with the interception. So look, here's a public service announcement for everyone. Last year, we kind of looked pretty good in the preseason. Remember, like, this team could sneaky get to like 9 wins, and that didn't happen. So you have to take everything you see with a grain of salt here, and the only thing that you can take out is like individual performances, because we don't know how well this offensive line is going to hold up. We don't know what the offense looks like because it's just vanilla, nothing. I kind of would have liked to see Geno Smith have another drive out there, but it is what it is. And we're going to see a lot of him, I would assume, next week. I'm just looking here, and I think we play on Saturday. I'm just looking to see if anybody talks about anything going on here. Is there anything we should be reading? Not really. Yeah, I think that's going to be all for me. But the run defense was not great. I mean, that's. Oh, here we go. Let's read what Silver and Black Pride has to say, because we love hearing from them. And I agree, we did look sloppy. I mean, no doubt about it. We were sloppy, and there was more bad than good. So let's read here. After indicating the starters would play this week, Carroll followed through as a starting offense, including new quarterback and former Seattle Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith took the field. I just want to make sure. I'm always worried that I'm not recording. I am still recording. After a couple of successful plays, though, the drive died out quickly with back-to-back drops by Michael Mayer and rookie Dante Thornton. In the end, Carroll's Raiders debut ended sloppy, disorganized a 2023 tie in which Seattle's backups beat the Raiders starters early. I mean, that's no doubt about it. That did happen. The Raiders' deep backups outscored the Seahawks' deep backups 20-7 in the second half to force a tie. Here are some observations. Unlike the Raiders, Seattle used mostly backups to start the game. The Raiders' defense played well to start the game. The Seahawks moved the ball very well against the Raiders starters. However, a poor throw by Drew Lock intercepted by Isaiah Polamau. We love to see it. The Raiders began the game in 12 personnel. It may be their base offense now with new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, no doubt about it. Jordan Meredith started at center. JPJ was at the guard spot. They both played in the second half. It sure looked like this that's where it's headed for the regular season between Maryland and JPJ, which is turning out to be a bit of a surprise. Yeah, and I don't think they looked good at all. On 3rd and 14 from their own 5, backup quarterback Aiden O'Connell hit Dante Thornton for a first down. Thornton has impressed in training camp, and it was good to see that translate into the game. Anything else that's interesting here? Not really. Yeah, I don't know. They were sloppy. Bill Williamson. Dude, the Raiders are a complete shit tonight, no doubt, even though homers will have a hard time saying otherwise. But doesn't matter, not yet. If that happens at New England exactly 1 month, then let's scream and yell. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a preseason game. The game plan was vanilla. Wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, I'm not worried. I would just like to see the starters play a little bit more and have a little bit of success stopping the run and running the football. If we can't run the football, that's not going to be good for anybody. It's not going to be good for Brock and for Dante and for Gino and for this offensive line. Now, I'm not panicking, but there's no doubt about it. We didn't look right, and there was a lot to be left desired, right? And I'm going to be honest with you and tell you the truth every time. Let's just come on here and say, oh, everything was great. There was a lot of good, but there was mostly bad. It is what it is. It's the first preseason game. There's a lot to be learned. Like I said, join the ALLaBorde Raiders Patreon or memberships on YouTube if you want to be entered in that $100 giveaway, which ends in a month or after 100 people join. That is going to be on YouTube memberships only. Hit that like button, comment away, and please be sure to subscribe. It's free after another charges you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.